class are proud to present one of our best practices.
After first month in class, it was observed by the teachers that some learners struggle to engage with peers. Some learners have difficulty expressing their ideas clearly, both verbally and in writing, which can hinder effective communication. Some learners rely heavily on existing ideas or templates, showing limited originality in their work and a reluctance to take creative risks. And some learners tend to accept information without questioning it, showing a need for improvement in analyzing and evaluating sources. The advisor then made a self-assessment survey prior to the implementation of planned best practice to further validate the information to the 32 learners enrolled in the SLC class, and based on the result of responses of learners, they are slightly confident in applying the 21st century skills through the use of Canva and ClassPoint as shown in the chart with 65.6%. Furthermore, when asked what 21st century skills they would consider their weakness and want to improve in the next days and quarters, most of them preferred learning and innovation skills, which includes communication, collaboration, creativity and critical thinking. The observation of teachers and result of self-assessment survey agrees with both research findings conducted that while ICT tools are widely used in educational settings, students often exhibit deficiencies in collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. The study indicated that the predominant use of ICT for information consumption rather than active engagement in collaborative projects limits opportunities for students to develop these essential skills. It pointed out that the overuse of ICT in education can lead to a passive learning environment where students are less likely to engage in critical discussions or collaborative work, ultimately affecting their ability to think critically and work effectively in teams. Hence, both studies recommend educators should design ICT-based activities that require teamwork, encouraging students to work together on projects that promote collaboration. Second, schools should incorporate more open-ended tasks that allow students to explore and create, rather than just consume information. And lastly, implementing discussion-based learning and problem-solving activities can help students develop their critical thinking skills in conjunction with ICT use. Therefore, with the collaboration of SLC teachers, we designed the best practice to implement. 5C Connect Canva, ClassPoint for collaboration, creativity and critical thinking.
This practice was anchored to Project Kalasag, which means kaagapay para sa lakas ng sapat na gabay, which serves as the umbrella of all the projects, programs, and activities of our school that aims to improve the performance of all the learners. And we have also Project Rescue, which means revitalizing education with smart classroom utilization and engagement, which has the main purpose of improving the literacy and numeracy skills of learners through Edtech tools.
"5C Connect" has the following objectives. First, foster collaborative learning where learners can collaboratively design presentations enhancing teamwork and communication skills. Second, promote creative thinking and expression on tasks assigned individually and by group using digital tools. And third, enhance critical thinking using interactive assessments that challenge learners, thereby strengthening their critical thinking abilities. Interactive presentations. ClassPoint allows teachers to create interactive presentations where students can engage in real time. Instant feedback. Teachers can receive instant feedback from students through polls, quizzes, and questions embedded in presentations. Collaborative learning. ClassPoint's features encourage group discussions and collaborative projects.
In today's digital age, technology is rushing how we teach and learn. It's no longer just about memorizing formulas or solving problems on paper. It's about engaging with content in ways that are dynamic, creative, and relevant to the world learners we live in. In this classroom, we're unlocking the potential of every learner by blending the power of technology with the creativity of design. Like ClassPoint, technology becomes an integral part of the learning process. Learners don't just passively receive information, they actively engaged with it. Just imagine a classroom where every learner can instantly see how much they've learned and where that feedback doesn't just come from a grade, but from real-time interaction with the lesson itself. That's what ClassPoint offers. With this tool, learners are able to actively participate, track their progress, and receive instant feedback that helps them reflect and improve on their understanding. No more waiting until the end of the week to see how you're doing. Here, learning is a continuous, dynamic process. ClassPoint brings immediate feedback to the forefront of learning, allowing learners to gauge their understanding of math concepts or other learning concepts in real time. This instant feedback helps them reflect, adjust, and continue growing, ensuring they stay on track and fully grasp the concepts being taught. This is also a chance for teachers to track pupils who need help and focus on their learning, providing additional activities that would help them better understand their own learning. But the power of technology doesn't stop with just individual feedback. With ClassPoint, learners can work together in real time, collaborating with peers to tackle challenges, share ideas, and solve problems. Whether it's solving complex math equations or creating visual diagrams, they're building teamwork and problem-solving skills as they go. And it's not just about going solo. ClassPoint allows learners to come together in a way that sparks collaboration and critical thinking. Picture this: learners working with their peers, bouncing ideas off each other, solving problems, and discovering new ways to understand complex concepts. It's not just a group assignment. It's a chance to explore, debate, and find solutions together. It will also develop resilience in dealing with different perspectives regarding a concept learned. This way, the learners are also widening their understanding of the lesson. Same with the teacher facilitating the lesson.
For this afternoon's activity, we are going to use the ClassPoint app. So if you open your
Format starts in Bluetooth.
Next application is Canva. Canva provides a user-friendly platform for students to create visually appealing presentations, infographics, and posters. Canva supports collaborative work by allowing multiple users to work on a design simultaneously. While creating projects in Canva, learners must think critically about how to convey their message effectively through design elements. Canva and ClassPoint were not only utilized during face-to-face class interaction, but even during online classes when learners are at home, likewise when unavoidable class suspension, so that learning continues.
at makikinggan na natin ang inyong mga kaklase na gumawa ng kanilang mga patalastas. Yung mga ibang patalastas ninyo, papanoorin natin sa susunod na araw at syempre, iulat din ninyo katulad ng gagawin nila. Ngayon, Shatar! Okay, share na screen po. Maraming salamat, Ray. Ulit, kapag
Sa ginawa kong patalastas, ginawa ko ito sa pamamagitan ng paghanap ng template sa Canva at naghanap ng AI voice para sa voice-over ng mga character. Pagkatapos nito ay sinave ko na ang patalastas upang ilagay sa CapCut para ilapat ang voice-over. At ito na ang kinalapsan.
One of the significant breakthrough and output of our best practice 5C Connect is the Canva Bank powered by Google Drive made where both learners and teachers upload all their Canva-made presentations and outputs. If we dive into the folders of the 32 learners enrolled in the SLC class, it contains all their proud outputs made individually, by pair and by group, which are collaboratively done across all the 8 subjects. Pupils were able to download presentations and designs crafted via Canva in different format, whether PowerPoint presentation, videos, PDF and others. Their outputs could be accessed by all learners who have the link. The Canva Bank would also be a learning resource in which even if they move to the next grade level they can still access for future use. Likewise, incoming enrollees of the Smart Learning communities could also utilize the outputs. Canva link folder would lead also the learners to directly access the Canva presentation on its site if they want to use or modify the templates and content, but learners are taught on safety tips to avoid alteration of the original design. Part of the SLC Canva Bank is the Canva Drive intended for teachers, where all educators teaching in the SLC upload all the Canva-made presentations in the 8 subjects across all quarters from 1st to 4th quarter. This service folder of the teaching resource to be used every year, which are shared not only to SLC group of teachers but also shared to those teachers who are teaching in non-SLC class or regular section. It helped them to make teaching and learning process interactive and engaging, catering the various learning styles of learners accommodated in the different sections. Furthermore, Canva Teachers Bank helped teachers collaborate, and it would ease teachers' time in making learning materials, therefore maximizing time to do other tasks. In addition, the use of Canva app to aid learning process was introduced to Asatid's teaching alive classes in our school, and they are utilizing it in teaching both Islamic values and Arabic language in the different key stages. The impact of the Best Practice 5C Connect may be attributed to the result of quarterly academic performance across all learning areas. Comparing SLC class with non-SLC class, it is evident that there is significant difference in all the subject in which SLC class were higher as compared to non-SLC class. Moreover, based on the SF5 reported by the class advisor, 24 out of 32 are under outstanding, having an average of 90% and above, and are expected to graduate as an academic awardee. Here are some sample feedback of pupils after implementation based on how it helped them on their learning. Almost all of them mentioned that it gave them a positive improvement in their attitude and skills. Another set of feedback coming from parents. In conclusion, while we have explored the best practices of the 5C Connect framework, we are continuously seeking additional tools that are suitable for our learners' diverse needs. If you would like to learn more about these best practices or have any questions, please feel free to contact us using the information provided. Thank you for your attention.